Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Fatihah Binti Hamdan, and today I will present my research proposal entitled Application of Susceptible Infected Remove SIR Model with Vital Dynamics for Pandemic COVID-19 Outbreak in Malaysia. This is the content of my whole presentation. There will be Chapter 1, Chapter 2, and Chapter 3. Chapter 1, Introduction. Background of the study. COVID-19 has emerged as a critical issue to the new global economy. COVID-19, also known as coronavirus disease, was discovered in December 2019 in Wuhan, China, causing a severe and potentially fatal respiratory syndrome. On 11 March 2020, the World Health Organization declared coronavirus disease as a pandemic owing to the disease's rapid and widespread transmission. According to WHO, the COVID-19 pandemic has been widely recognized as an international public health emergency. The first case of COVID-19 was detected in Malaysia on 25 January 2020, brought by 3 Chinese nationals who had previously had close contact with an infected person during their trip to Singapore. As a result, there is a rapid increase in COVID-19 cases in Malaysia. Problem statement. Malaysia's daily new confirmed cases have increased significantly since May 2021. Due to the rapid increase of COVID-19 cases, all positive COVID-19 patients were moved to public hospital for treatment and isolation. However, the continual rise of COVID-19 cases has burdened the public healthcare system and placed a strain on available resources. In particular, ICU beds for COVID-19 patients have overloaded capacity in many large hospitals. Therefore, this study proposed a SIR model with vital dynamics to determine the dynamics behavior of COVID-19 disease in Malaysia. This finding will aid the government and policymakers in optimizing program control and limiting the spread of COVID-19 virus. The main objective of this study is to use the SIR model with vital dynamics to determine the dynamic behavior of COVID-19 disease in Malaysia. The specific objectives of this study are firstly to determine the disease-free equilibrium, the endemic equilibrium, and the basic reproduction number. Secondly, to analyze the existence and the stability condition for both equilibriums. Lastly, to forecast COVID-19 short and long-term behavior in Malaysia. Significance of the study. This study will provide an overview of the spread of COVID-19 in Malaysia at any given time. Thus, this study will provide the government with an easily accessible framework for generating policy-relevant insight into its course. Furthermore, this study will assist Malaysian healthcare system to minimize problems such as a severe shortage of healthcare resources caused by the high number of infected cases and overcrowding in the quarantine center. The ability to measure and forecast COVID-19 trend will also impact Malaysians. It will raise COVID-19 awareness and encourage people to break the COVID-19 change by taking the vaccine and implementing social distancing. Scope of the study. This study aimed to use the SIR model to determine the dynamic behavior of the COVID-19 outbreak in Malaysia. The information that will be used is obtained from the website Our World in Data. The confirmed positive cases, daily deaths, and daily recovery used to forecast the COVID-19 outbreak using the SIR model will be updated daily. Chapter 2, Literature Review. Susceptible Infected Remove SIR Model. What is SIR model? The SIR model, a classical model of mathematical epidemiology, is a well-known mathematical model for modeling infectious disease. The SIR model is introduced based on categorizing the population as susceptible, infected, and removed. The benefit of modeling this mathematical epidemiology model is that it allows researchers to gain valuable insight into various infectious diseases and investigate strategies for combating them. Other than that, modeling the SIR model are critical in gaining necessary knowledge of the underlying aspect of the infectious disease, spread out, and eventually the potential impact of control programs in reducing morbidity and mortality. However, the SIR model was ineffective in describing the spread of bacterial disease, in which recovered individuals could be reinfected again at the future period and gain no immunity. The SIR model is a dynamical system composed of 3 coupled ODEs that describe the time evaluation of 3 populations. First one is susceptible individual. These are people who are not infected, however, that person is a higher risk of infection. Second, infected individual. These people have been infected with the virus, are thus capable of transmitting it to those who are susceptible. And the last one is remote individual. These are people who have recovered from the virus and are considered immune or have died. Previous study on the SIR model in COVID-19 pandemic. The first article examined is SIR model with vital dynamic for homogeneous behavior population by Ruiz and Carvalho 2020. The work represented by Josue A. Ruiz and Jackson M. D. Carvalho proposed the implementation of compartment SIR model for the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, taking into account the birth rate and natural mortality rates. The goal is to forecast short and long-term epidemic behavior, which help us determine when the most infection per day occur. The SIR epidemiological model with vital dynamic for the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic was used in this study. As a result, the SIR model with vital dynamic will be appropriate over a more extended period. The model can predict a function for COVID-19 infections in a population that behave throughout the integration. The model has proven to be reliable because it predicts maximum deaths in countries or regions that have already experienced the worst of the epidemic. The second article examining is a cell-type model describing the successive wave of COVID-19 by Munoz Fernandez et al. 2021. They proposed a mathematical model that is said to be the simplicity of the classical SIR model while forecasting the evolution of COVID-19 with considerable accuracy under a certain condition. This study aims to make a prediction about the evolution of this pandemic in Italy and USA based on several possible scenarios. The method used in this study is most simple compartment model for SIR model with vital dynamics. The author's finding in this study shows that the COVID-19 cause can be modeled with a simple SIR type model with non-constant parameter in 3 countries, Italy, Spain, and the USA. Moreover, in Italy and the USA, the author were able to produce several predictions. Other articles were also studied to learn more about SIR model and increase the knowledge to complete the study. Chapter 3. Methodology. The first stage involved data collection. This study aims to use the SIR model with vital dynamics to forecast the dynamics of the COVID-19 outbreak in Malaysia. COVID-19 data in Malaysia will be obtained from the Our World in Data website. Table 3.1 displays some of the data gathered between 25 January 2020 and the present. Basic SIR model. Among all epidemiological models, the SIR model without vital dynamic and the constant population are fundamental model. This is known as the SIR model, classical model. The classical model has been generalized to describe the COVID-19 outbreak by adding 3 separate status: susceptible cases, infectious cases, and recovered cases. The population in the specific region is represented by the constant n equal to S plus I plus R. The figure above shows the step that explain the classical SIR model devoting at time t. The classical model can be represented on the following system of the ordinary differential equation, ODEs. Improved method of SIR model. In this study, the classical SIR model will be modified. SIR model with vital dynamic is taken into consideration with an initial total population size n. The mathematical formula that describes the disease dynamic is given by the following system of ordinary differential equation, where the initial conditions are non-negativity. Performance evaluation. The basic reproduction number RO will be used to perform the evaluation. RO value indicate whether or not a disease will spread or decline in the community. It will also show how far and how quickly transmission will take place. The basic reproduction number RO inform public health policy and provide insight into how to reduce the spread. Each SIR model has its basic reproduction number based on the number of parameters stated in the model. If RO is less than 1, any existing infection induces less than 1 new infection. The disease will not spread or worsen in this situation and will eventually die out. If RO is greater than 1, any existing infection triggers several new infections. The disease will spread and be transmitted between individuals and may cause an outbreak or epidemic. If RO is equal to 1, any existing infection contributes to 1 new infection. The disease will remain active and stable in the community. However, the disease will not cause an epidemic. That's all from me. Thank you.